We talk about shit, all of it, the weird, messy things you can't unsee. We dig, we pry, we scream at ideas until they spill their guts. No rules, no editors, just curiosity with a goddamn attitude. Expect chaos, expect laughs, expect the stuff that sticks in your head long after it's over. Welcome to the Binge. You're here now. Good luck.
It's the Binge Podcast where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast. Come join us fast.
Part 1. Born to break shit. Mara Mendel didn't come into the world quietly. The hospital staff were still filling out her birth certificate when she screamed like she was announcing war. Born in 1952 in the gray, smoke-choked industrial sprawl of Cleveland, Ohio, Mara inherited a world of monotony, rules, and authority figures who thought they could tell her what to do. She refused to play along. From day one, she was already testing boundaries, climbing onto rooftops at age 6, writing in the margins of library books that, quote-unquote, adults are full of shit, and convincing local kids to stage mock rebellions against school rules. By her teenage years, Mara's defiance had evolved into artistry. She scribbled manifestos in her notebook that, in hindsight, read more like punk lyrics than school essays. Rules are chains. Burn them. Laugh as they scream. She skipped class to attend political rallies, carrying signs that were part poetry, part middle finger. Her parents tried to ground her. Her teachers tried to tame her. But she moved through life untouchable. A ghost with ink-stained fingers and fire in her lungs. The city was a laboratory for rebellion. Mara experimented on every aspect of authority she could touch. She spray-painted over no loitering signs with slogans like "Only fascists need signs," and replaced a principal's motivational poster with a drawing of the school staff in chains. It wasn't vandalism for fun, it was philosophy made visible. People began whispering her name, and the young anarchist realized she had begun her lifelong project, to make the world uncomfortable. Part 2. The Art of Disruption. In the early 1970s, Mara found her medium, the streets. Street art wasn't just art, it was a weapon. Her first major hit? A billboard hijacking in 1971. Mara, carrying a ladder, a can of paint, and a notebook full of ideas, sneaked into a local tobacco company's ad display. She altered a massive cigarette advertisement, turning a smiling model into a skeleton and scrawling, "Smoke this, die happy, fuck the system." When people started whispering about the ghost artist behind it, Mara's legend grew. But street art was just the tip of her chaos. She organized happenings in public spaces, unsanctioned theater, guerrilla poetry readings, and spontaneous protests disguised as parties. At one subway station, she pasted dozens of posters of local politicians with clown noses, drawing commuters into a subtle rebellion against complacency. At night, she'd spray cryptic messages: "Obey nothing, question everything." Her work wasn't about aesthetics, it was about awakening people. It was provocative, absurd, and sometimes dangerous. Once, during a political rally, she infiltrated the stage and replaced the microphone with a stuffed crow, cackling as officials tried to speak to an audience now laughing hysterically at the absurdity. Mara believed chaos could teach lessons, and she was relentless. She became the ghost everyone feared and no one could catch. Part 3. Lovers, Betrayal, and Fire. Rebellion had a cost. Mara burned bridges faster than matches. Lovers came and went, drawn to her fire, but often consumed by it. She loved fiercely, but her love was like a Molotov cocktail, intense, brilliant, and often destructive. One of her partners once said, "Being with Mara was like holding lightning in your hand. You either got zapped or burned." Her life was punctuated by legendary acts of chaos. During a corporate gala in 1975, she released hundreds of pigeons into the chandelier. The event descended into panic, champagne flew, elites screamed, and Mara slipped away laughing in the shadows. Her actions were absurd, theatrical, and subversive, a mix of art, politics, and pure mischief. Mara also had enemies. The police, corporate security, and even rival anarchist groups tried to catch her. She escaped every time, leaving taunting messages like, "Better luck next time, fascists." But her chaos came at a cost: jail stints, public scrutiny, and the occasional betrayal from those closest to her. Friends would confess later that Mara's intensity was intoxicating but exhausting. Her energy burned faster than anyone could keep up with. Part 4. Legacy of the Uncontainable. Mara Mendel died quietly in the early 2000s, almost erased from history. No statues, no biographies, no sanitized tributes, and that was exactly how she wanted it. Fame would have been the death of her fire. Her life wasn't about accolades, it was about shaking the world awake, even for a moment. Her murals are gone, her posters torn down, but her influence persists in punk zines, graffiti, underground art, and radical street culture. Anyone who's ever felt the thrill of disrupting authority, of making someone uncomfortable just by existing, is carrying Mara's spark. She showed that rebellion doesn't need approval. Chaos doesn't need validation. Mara Mendel reminds us some people are born to unsettle, to disrupt, and to leave behind a trail of fire. You might not read about her in history books, but if you know where to look, in alleys, in old zines, in whispered stories of the city, you'll see her fingerprints everywhere, and if you're brave, maybe you'll carry the chaos forward, because some rebels don't ask for permission, they just fucking do it. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe.
You know by now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. By now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Tune in right now. Stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast.